How rich do you want to get?
Well, I wanna get really rich so I can help plenty people all around the world.
The question is, how rich do you want to get?
I wanna get so rich. I wanna feed all those hungry people in Africa.
That is not the question. The question is, how rich do you want to get? Greetings to all of you, man. It is really my joy, my pleasure as usual to always greet you and bringing this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to realize that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I always want to teach you how to come in to real prosperity. And also, I have to always remind you that the basis of my teaching is that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That the Bible is not literal, neither is the Bible secular history, and that the Bible was written symbolically. It has no reference to anyone that existed thousands of years ago or to any actual event that would have taken place on earth thousands of years ago. From Genesis 1 to Revelation 22, it's all have to do with the human psyche. It's all a great psychological drama. So right now, let it all begins in you as I bring this message, teaching you the key to all riches. Now, I would have asked someone the question, how rich do you want to get? And that person was someone who actually wanted was to like school me as if they know so much and they had no experience at all of what they were talking about, and they were coming across to me as if they should be the one who teaching me instead of I'm the one who actually teaching them. So I wait for the opportunity to present the question to them. So I ask them the question because I know they have this desire that they want to be rich, they want to be wealthy, they want to make millions, because that was always our conversation about making millions and so on. So I asked her the question, I said, how rich do you want to get? She going wrong, so she coming back. So I said, how fucking rich do you want to get? Up to this day, that person wanted was to school me, could not have answered the question. Then I go on to the Bible and show her the disciple by the name of Thomas and how Thomas represents definiteness of purpose. So I'm going to share with you how the disciples in the Bible represent qualities or discipline in you that you must use to achieve your every desire. And every one of the disciples in the Bible are actually your mental faculties, and you are the 13th one who must operate these qualities because you are the operant power. Therefore, when you read in the Bible that all the other disciples would have said to Thomas, we have seen the Lord. The Lord is your I amness, the higher state of consciousness. And Thomas said, unless I see and feel, which is to say, unless I have the experience, unless I know for sure, displaying the quality of definiteness of purpose, teaching you this is someone who knows exactly what they want. This is someone who knows exactly how to ask. This person is so definite that many people take his definiteness of purpose for unbelief. So many people refer to Thomas as doubting Thomas. But that is not doubt. That is definiteness of purpose. That you know what you want. There's so many people in the world today.
They want to become rich. They want to have a certain house. They want to drive a certain car. But when you ask them how rich they really want to get, they do not know, because they do not know what they want. There's so many people in this world that do not know what they want. But yet they can quote to you Kemet. They could quote to you all of these different things. They can tell you what happened to black people, from what happened to black people. They can tell you all of these stories. But when you ask them a simple question, like how rich do you want to get? Because they have no definiteness of purpose. They have no real goals. It's like a boat that is on the sea without a compass, leading to nowhere. So when you do not have goals, you are like a ship without any guide, without any compass. And the gardeners have never built a stairway leading to nowhere. You must know where you're going. Therefore, you set your sight on that which you so desire, because you know exactly what you desire. So, yes, my brother and my sisters, as I was saying concerning Thomas, which represent definiteness of purpose, you have to sit down and think about what you really want, why you really want it, and how it's going to benefit you and benefit the world. And when you do that, this is where you start now to actually activate true riches within you, because you have a goal, because you actually know how to ask. You know exactly what you're seeking for. You know exactly how to knock on the door, because you know what you want. So having goals and setting goals are very important. And that is why it's very important also that when you realize what you really desire and how much you're worth in this life, that you will write it down. And I'll do another video and show you why when you write it down, it works also, and how it really works. So my brother and my sisters, whatever goal or whatever dream that you have in this life, I'm saying to you, as long as you bear in mind that the Bible is your spiritual autobiography, and the disciples in the Bible, they represent your thought patterns, because a disciple is a follower, and what follow you wherever you go. It's your thoughts that follow you wherever you go. So wherever you go, your mind would be with you. So unless you change your mind, you will not be able to change your life. So what I would have discovered with the same person I'm speaking about, they want changes in their life, but they don't want to change their thinking. They don't want to change their attitude. But your attitude will determine your altitude. It's as simple as changing your mind, because when you change your mind, you change your world, because you're creating with your mind, you're creating with your thinking. And that is why, my brother and my sisters, I always encourage you to look within. I always encourage you to monitor your thinking from in the morning throughout the day to in the night when you're about to go to bed. So, having goals is very important. And knowing what you want is very important. And knowing why you want it is very important. And always remember to dream big. Always remember that you're supposed to be working on your goals and your dreams, even up to the day before you die, because it's supposed to be constant expansion. Your goal is supposed to be so big that it will take your whole lifetime to accomplish that goal, to achieve that goal. I'm going to say to achieve that goal. You will be achieving many aspects of that same goal, but it must be so big. You know, for example, I'm living in a country here whereby most people, as long as they go to school and they get good grades in school and they come out of school and they get a certain kind of job that they might think is a good job, and they make a certain amount of money and they have a house and they have a vehicle, to them that's success. To them, they have made it. But they do not see how important it is to bring value to humanity. They're not seeing how important it is that they're born here in this world with a purpose and they have to discover their purpose. And so many of them, they're very much miserable on the job. Because many of them, they're doing jobs that they don't really love, but they have to do certain things to fit into society and to be seen a certain way to society. And that is why people like myself, we are teaching you how important it is to have definiteness of purpose. How important it is to know exactly what you want. And that's why it's very important to do that which you love to do. So it wouldn't come across to you like it's a job. It wouldn't be like something that you're doing just to earn money, but something that is making you happy, something that you know that is helping you to bring value to humanity, to uplift humanity. When I sit here to make a video, I feel good within myself because I know I am blessing someone somewhere in the world. And sitting and looking in a camera and speaking in a camera, it's not as easy as you might think it is. But when you have that love and you have that concern and you know that as long as you fit in your purpose, you help others to vibrate in their purpose also, then it means everything to you. It's not about money. I remember quite vividly when I leave my job at the post office and I start to do fitness. A lot of people ask me which one makes more money, and I used to always say to them, it's not about the money, it's which one make me feel good, it's how I feel, it's what I love, it's me doing what I love. So my brother and my sisters, as you focus on wealth, as you decide that you want to get rich, as you decide that you want to change the state, you want to change from poverty and want to live in a state of prosperity, remember you have to be that Thomas. You have to be the one who want to prove everything for yourself because you set goal. Your goal, Thomas' goal was I want to feel the print of the nail in his hands. I want to see it also. I want to feel his side and I want to see the scars on the side. Is teaching you of when you really know exactly what you're looking for and what you really want, that when you see it and you behold it, then you would be so certain that you will know that no one could convince you that you didn't create the circumstance and you didn't create whatever it is, whether it's a success or whatever. So if you want success in your life, you want riches in your life, when you come to realize that you created consciously, there's nothing that one can say in this world that can convince you otherwise. And that is what Thomas is all about. You be that Thomas. You be that Thomas. The one who knows exactly what he or she wants in this world and lay claim on it, write it down. And in the next video, I'll show you the importance of scripture and why it really, really works. So with that, Mr. My brother, my sister, if you're listening to me and everything that I'm saying to you is really resonating with you, it's touching you deep within, then it is for you. That's why I'm encouraging you, if you haven't subscribed already, to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video. But before I leave you, I want to let you know that this message I bring to you, that it is the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says, if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. My brother and my sisters, having it been that that light has opened within me, when that single eye opened within me, after I would have felt that great mighty shaking, and I ascended like a fiery being, and having heard the unearthly wind, I came to this place of the skull, and came out as when a woman gave birth to a child and became invisible. Hadn't it been for that experience, I wouldn't have been here bringing this message to you, saying to you that the Christ lives within you, is the very life in you, and you have to raise your vibration. And one of the best way to do so is to know exactly what you want and learn to rise to that place of vibration and frequency to attract it in your life and understand the power of your creativity. Also, I just want to say, as usual, that do not let anyone deceive you by making you believe that the eye above the pyramid and the US dollar, that it is an evil sign. No, that's not true. It is the symbol of the all-seeing eye of God in you. It's the all-seeing eye of the mystics. It's the all-seeing eye of the prophet, the seer that is in you. So I'm teaching you how to get in touch with your prophetic self. And when you have that experience, you come to realize why I always put my hand above my crown chakra and say to you that the experience will teach you that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is also the dawning of a new day in your life. For the sun, as in the S-U-N, parallels the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life and there is no life. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. Therefore, my encouragement to you is to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your sun power, your God power, your creative power, which is the sexual power. Use that power to achieve your every desire. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, out.